And he is a different Kyrie Irving. So you will have no effect whatsoever on him. I believe, Ken, if we listen to that further, he went on to say that his intent will be to silence the green teamers at the Boston Garden.
I'm built for these moments to be able to handle circumstances like that. And I've been able to grow since then. So, of course, it's going to be a hectic environment, but I'm looking forward to it. And I see it as a healthy relationship to have with the fans. You know, I almost think about Gladiator, just win the crowd over. You know, it's good to hear the TD Garden silent when you're playing well. They still respect great basketball. So regardless of, you know, the attention that's being paid to what it's going to be like on my end, I have a group to lead that's going to be looking to me for a voice of peace. And
you know what? I had no idea. I thought there was world peace until Kyrie Irving said there were bigger issues going on than basketball. Without him, I would have had no idea.
Yeah.
This guy is so rattled before a game has even been played.
Well, Ken, if I could summarize your lead this morning, it was who wins in the end.
Right.
Kyrie Irving and his mind control tricks, or the Boston Celtics fans, and I would say it will be the Boston Celtics fans. I think Curtis is right. They're already living rent-free in his head.
Well, once you win the chip, then that's all that matters.
No, but I'm just saying the criteria is, does he react to the crowd? Is he rattled? Does he make a gesture, a motion? Does he go off in a post-game press conference? That means the Boston crowd wins.
No, I don't think he does that. I think he's kind of like, I think he just goes out there and he plays, and you know, it'll obviously be the job of Drew Holiday and Derek White to slow him down, but I don't think he'll get into it with the crowd. I think he knows all eyes are on him.
How would you have wanted him to answer that question? It's not like he brought it up himself. He was asked, and I think that was as good of an answer as you're going to get out of Kyrie Irving.
How would I want him to answer? What I did was pathetic and embarrassing. I hope to represent myself better this time.
He said that he wasn't his best self.
Wait.
Did you not listen to what Kyrie said?
In what way does what's going on around the world have anything to do with it?
I noticed.
Can you answer that question?
Curtis has selective hearing.
Wiggy, what's going on around the world have anything to do with it, Wiggy?
It's not representative of who I am now. I was wrong for, like, Ken, can you play that again and maybe slow it down for Curtis?
Wait, so Wiggy, so when he talks about that he had to unpack things, when he talks about world peace, when he talks about everything else, that there's going to be something that comes out down the line that he's not going to talk about, what does that have to do with having accountability?
He had accountability for it. And then he brought up as he continued to go on, he started to say, you know, there are other things in the world going on that are bigger.
Right, I had no idea.
Okay, there have been other things going on in the world bigger than basketball.
Yeah, I get that.
During the entire time that he has played. I think
I love it that that's how that's all you got.
But listen, if one wants to read into it, he seems to be particularly focused right now on, I'm guessing, one situation in the world.
Yes.
I'd have to ask him further about that, where he stands on certain divisive issues. But I think Curtis is right.
Courtney was right with her lead.
Was that he's a different Kyrie Irving?
When asked about it,
get under his skin.
I don't know if he's a different Kyrie Irving. I just think that he's seen how his ways have affected his teams in the past, and going into this series in particular, especially with a Boston crowd, he's not going to make those same mistakes again.
I'm built for these moments.
But I mean, and I don't like Kyrie Irving. I don't stand with a lot of his takes.
Yeah, but we're not asking whether you like him.
But to bring up issues going on in the world, that's different than what the part of what he had to say that I'm talking about. What I heard from him was that he regrets. There are some regrets there on how he handled Boston fans in the past.
Yeah, and I think he's saying, and listen, I'm a Kyrie fan. I think he's an unbelievable basketball player. Off the court, some of his beliefs, you know, that's whatever. I don't agree with everything he says about, you know, a lot of different stuff, but on the court, tremendous basketball player. We had this discussion yesterday, is about, you brought it up early, is he mature? And it seems like, based on where he is now, you brought it up in your league, Courtney. He made a bunch of mistakes. And Ken said, will he react in the way that he reacted before? I don't think he is. And I mean, that's what he said. But it's funny that Greg and Curtis only have selective hearing for one thing.
Oh, what do I only have selective hearing for?
There are real live circumstances going on in the world that
Bingo.
are bigger than the basketball.
Bingo.
Sounds
That was
like-
all they heard of the 40 seconds.
I know you're trying to get me going all day today. I appreciate
I'm not trying to get you going. I'm just stating facts.
All I heard from him were excuses.
Right.
So all I've heard about what happened here a couple times when he left unceremoniously and when he returned, all I have heard are excuses. At some point when he retires, he's going to let us know what was going on behind the scenes here that we don't know about.
Because I've been bombarded with Boston questions since I left and people trying to figure out what actually happened. But again, I think the full story will come out probably when I'm retired or when it's appropriate, like I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see,
I hope it
unlike
doesn't
you,
come out
that-
of it. Greg, I got to tell you, I hope that doesn't come out when there are bigger issues going on.
Yeah.
Unlike you, that doesn't bother me.
Gordon Hayward used to step on the back of his sneakers all the time before he went out to play.
Right.
Was
You
it
didn't
real?
get shotgun.
Flat tire room.
It was endless noogies from Scal.
See,
It
but
was
that's
really-
fake rage.
He didn't get enough Tommy points.
So a little bit more grace could have been extended my way.
That's fake rage. Like, unlike you, I could care less. Stop him.
Fake rage.
Fake rage.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. Talk about
lucky.
You're talking about Celtics fans renting space in his head.
He does.
Clearly,
They do.
He's got space in your
Why
head.
do you think he's talking about this so much?
Because he was asked about it.
So every question you ask him, he's going to go on and on about?
No, he was asked about the question and he answered it.
My question to you, Iggy, is why does he keep going
'Cause he was
on and
asked about
on and on about how people will understand him better when they understand the full scope of
Because
his
he's a
tenure here?
narcissist,
'Cause
too.
he was asked about it.
He's a narcissist. That's why he goes on and on. It's exactly like Aaron Rodgers. It's
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we hate
But
Aaron Rodgers, and I hate
answer,
Kyrie
but
Irving.
if he doesn't answer it, then people go, look at him. Look at him. What, he can't. He hasn't grown. He
So,
hasn't
Wiggy,
answered.
there's no in between. There's either he
No,
doesn't
he answered
answer it, or he's accountable, or he waxes
No,
poetic about things that don't matter.
How about you take what he says and you go, okay, he answered the question, and
Now he's got to prove it.
Now he's got to prove it.
He's very similar to Angel Reese. It's all about him.
There it goes back to him. Your disdain for Kyrie determines how you feel about how he answers a question.
I have disdain for him because he's the
Now
enemy.
stop it.
And I want a championship.
Stop
That's
it.
why I
That's
have
fake
disdain. That
rage.
place is going to be all over him on Thursday night. I
They
can't
are.
wait.
They are.
And
Are you
this is-
going? Oh, no,
no,
you'll
I
be with
can't
us.
go.
Shoot, sorry.
I'm trying to go Sunday.
Are you going on Sunday?
I'm going to try to go on Sunday. Yes, if I'm welcomed there.
You know what I want to say, just totally randomly? I couldn't be happier to be a Celtics fan. The job that Wick Grossbeck has done in that position is laudable in every way, and
Yes.
it's an honor just to be in the city with him.
Yes, Curtis,
Agreed.
thank you so much for that.